All right, what's up, Migo like geeks and freaks? So welcome to another edition of What's in the Mail. All right, there's some good packages today with some really cool shit. There's some good knockoff stuff. There's some good non-knockoff stuff. Got some really cool stuff in. So I'm very, very excited to show this today. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's get going here. Let me just straighten a few things out. So, oh boy, look who it is. Mr. Brian Sanchez. He's so excited. Brian just sits at home all day waiting to see if I'm going to do a video. I know he does. He loves it. All right, so I tried to actually start on time today, which I thought I did pretty good because normally I'm late. All right, so that's what she said. Okay, anyway, let me take out some stuff here. So I got 4 packages. Some of the stuff I know, some of the stuff I forgot what it is. But there's some cool, really cool knockoff shit in here that I've been very anxious to get. And there's something that I needed just one last piece to finish this collection. And I got it today, I believe. So we're going to see. So let's get started with what probably I think is this. This comes to us all the way from... That's actually cool. The guy's name is Kevin Kong. Kevin Kong. If that was my name, I'd be famous. Kevin Kong. I'd have the Kevin Kong YouTube channel. I'd have KevinKong.com. I'd have my Kevin Kong. All that kind of shit. Wow, let's see if I can kill myself with a knife here. Kevin Kong, badass. So I'm going to start grading the shipping quality again. I used to do that in the past. I give them a grade. I go from like A to F. F means it's fucking horrible packaging. A is the best, over the top, really took care of stuff. This one's got, all right, it's just about the right size. It's got paper in here. If they put a thank you note in there, they go up a half a grade. There's no thank you note. That's kind of a bummer. Well, that's okay. It's not required, but it's always nice for that extra human touch. All right. Also, before I get started, those of you guys who won prizes, the Tony May Customs, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for a couple reasons. One, well, Dean, I got yours packaged up, but yours is going to Canada, so I actually have to go to the post office because I can't just send it on the machine. But the other ones, I'm having trouble finding boxes big enough for them right now. So I'm working on a few things. Hopefully I got some boxes here I can put together to get those out to you. All right, so just hang in there. They're coming, I promise you. Fuck's chatting up in here that I don't see. Let's see. Brian Sanchez. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm first pitches. I just saw that. Good thing I made popcorn and I have orangeade mixed with LSD. Did you have any of the Migo-like Kool-Aid, Brian Sanchez? Because if you didn't, there's also the Ambassador Kool-Aid. You could have some of that if you want. There's Mr. Thomas Sawyer. Thomas, are you watching this on Facebook or on YouTube? I'm curious because I know you asked about watching YouTube or Facebook. So I could see it's on Facebook. I think somebody said it wasn't streaming there, but I do see it streaming there. I see about half of you there and half of you in the other. Isn't Kevin Kong a porn star? Excellent question, Thomas Sawyer. Love the fact that you were able to dig into that little bit of archival trivia. Yes, Kevin Kong was a porn star. His real name is Brian Sanchez. That's correct. Now I got to get 10 fucking scrolling lines of Sanchez retaliating on me. Saturday morning lineup. Who is Saturday morning lineup? Booger. I love that. That's fantastic. I don't really care who you are. That's fantastic. I love the name. That's a great name. I really like that name. And I see Richard. Actually, I see Vincent Price. Vincent Price has come into here under the hiding in disguise as Dr. Durant. Yes, I know it's Vincent Price has come in. And that looks like that's got to be fucking. Yes, that has to be fucking Martin. All right. So it's a little loose, but I needed this to finish the collection. If you guys remember Toy Biz back in the 90s, they made all kinds of shit, right? Maybe in the 80s too, I forget. But they made the famous covers. When they came out, the famous covers, I remember reading a few articles that said, these are the next wave after Mego. And of all the knockoffs that were there back in the 70s that were just basically stealing from Mego original ideas and off each other and G.I. Joe and so on, because Mego's Action Jackson was a direct ripoff of G.I. Joe. Let's be realistic. Please do not tell me they invented the Action Jackson without any influence by G.I. Joe. Maybe it's not a 12-inch figure, but it's 100% influenced by G.I. Joe. And the father of the modern action figure, as far as I'm concerned, is Don Levine, who's the G.I. Joe creator. The 8-inch scale, yeah, I'd have to give that to Marty. I'd give him that. And he actually came with a brilliant way of just changing heads and outfits. But this was the last of the Toy Biz Mutant Outcast set. He's loose in there. I'm going to have to strap him back down. That's what she said. I can see he's spinning around because I see the plastic's been marred from him spinning around there. But as a matter of fact, let's open him up. I know Johnny's not here, so I don't worry about it right now. Because apparently he must have been opened up if he slipped out. Or it's possible he just... Could he have... No, there's no way he could have slipped out of there because I had it around his waist as well. So this is the Mutant Outcast set. There's 2 other sets. There's the Wolverine and the Toad set. I don't think these are like really the best figures that Toy Biz did. The fuck is going on? I don't think they're the best figures that they did. However, I will give them some credit. All right, I guess he ain't coming out today. All right, we're going to have to futz with him later. He's loose, but they're not the best figures they did, but they're not bad either, and I actually think they're good. The one thing that I loved about the famous covers, the actual famous covers, not necessarily these, is that when they made the figure, they took it right off of the comic book. So whatever scale it looked like, if Hulk was reaching his hand forward and the hand looked gigantic, that's what he looked like in the package. And I thought they did a good job. The Windows boxes with the doors were a really nice touch. The Aunt May mail away was a cool touch, even though she's ugly as shit. And she's got the giant man hands, if you will. But these sets actually, it was basically, it was either Cyclops, Wolverine, or Toe. And I guess Mutant Outcast is a cartoon. I don't really watch it. But they came with the cool locker. And they came with, like, as a civilian set, I guess you put in the locker. And I assume they're from the cartoon. So there you go. But if you haven't collected famous covers, I would tell you, check yourself out in some famous covers. Famous covers are really, really cool. Definitely like them. There's plenty to collect. They're not terribly expensive, not yet. I'm assuming one day some of them are just going to go down. Some of them are going down like dirt cheap. And then there's other ones that are... a little more expensive and so on. There's some great ones in the Spider-Man. They made so many different versions of Spider-Man. He's just wicked fantastic. All right, what am I missing on the chat here? I'd have to put the specs on because getting old sucks. There we go. Is this going to be an Aunt May? No Aunt May. It's not an Aunt May. Man hands on Aunt May, I agree. Cyclops. Jesus. Okay, so Sanchez says this line was based off the X-Men cartoon in the early 2000s. Okay. So that's very, very cool because I didn't know that. I don't really watch that stuff. I never really read comic books. I've had more experience with comic books and superheroes as an adult than I did as a kid, other than watching Batman and Spider-Man cartoon on TV, if you will. Thank you. And Dr. Durant says the same. That's based on the cartoon, or should I say Vincent Price? Okay. Time to trip balls. Thanks, Lou. Drink fortune. All right. Let's go to what's next. I don't know exactly what's what here. Let's open the small package first. That's what she said. And let's see what's in here, because hopefully there's something good. That's right. By the way, did you guys enjoy the Halloween special? I hope you guys did. And I hope you really enjoyed it. No, I'm talking about the Mego Core one. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. There's always such a wealth of knowledge that comes out of there. It's such a finely tuned group, and you could tell that they all really, really like each other a lot, don't they? It's unbelievable how they get along sometimes. All right. So, Jesus. Okay. Well, one thing that I've been doing, I spent last night for hours, and I spent a good portion today while I was waiting for a client's machine to do its stuff, is I'm finally building the Tomlin page, the 8-inch Tomlin page for MegoLike.com. And the reason is it is long overdue. They were one of my favorite action figure lines. Again, this sounds like a kiss-ass to Ray Castillo, but it was Ray Castillo's gallery of monster toys that walked me into the Star Raiders. And when I was buying them back in the day, it was much, just reading comments, it was much, they were much less expensive. They were actually quite a bit cheaper in those days. Matter of fact, I remember buying them for $15, $18, maybe $36. The most expensive one I bought was Oove, or the Fly in the glow-in-the-dark version. He was $110, and that was the most I'd spent on any action figure at that point because it was still early in my collection. And there wasn't even a picture of him. It was just on eBay, 8-inch action figure, the Fly. And they didn't even have pictures on some stuff. A lot of stuff didn't have pictures, so you're kind of buying blind. And my first wife at the time almost killed me for it. I was like, fuck that. And then I sold it like an asshole. So We're back on the Tomlin trail. I can't really get enough of Tomlin's. I really don't know why. It's the cheesiness, the knockoffness. And I showed you guys a Abominable Snowman or Yeti last week. Okay, we got to get his snap is undone. We got to get him closed up. We don't nobody like going in the back door. So again, this is another one. The Abominable Snowman. He came as the famous Monsters of Legend. He came not only in this blue color with this outfit, but he also came in a glow-in-the-dark version, which is very hard to get. Same outfit. He came on the famous Monsters of Legend card, which came with, where's the coloring book? I don't know where I just put it, which came out of the, I don't have it there, the Creeper Gallery comic book, where they stole the artwork for the cards. But he also came packaged in Star Raiders as Biko. He came packaged as a Creature from Other Worlds. Actually, did he come as Creature from Other Worlds as Biko, I believe. And then he also came in the Guerreri Stellati. Oh my God, I can't even remember what the fucking word is in Italian. But basically, the Star Warriors, which was an Italian. I'm cheating because I'm looking at the page. Oh, Guerrieri Galattici. So Galattici. So yeah, he came as that. And did he also come? He did not come as Creatures from Other Worlds. He actually came for what's the other one? I think that might be it. The Star Command, maybe. He might have come as the Star Command. In any case, he's a great figure. We're going to add him to the shelf just for shits and giggles. 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 9. No, we have 9 Tomlin Abominable Snowman. Should we take a look at the Tomlin shelf? It is one of my favorite shelves. I need to really move it up. It's too low, but I have it low because sometimes they're so cheap. Sometimes they want to just, I don't know, jump off the goddamn thing because the basement's haunted, and I don't want them to break. So it's as bad as they are blow mold. So let's take a quick look at the Tomlin shelf. There they over there. We've got a few of them over here. Oops, let's do this. We got one over here. This is the new one that Chris Simpson, I was able to get off him on eBay. So we're going to add this mother badass. Wonderful. He's actually in really good shape, and he's pretty tight. You know, the neat thing about these is they're blow mold bodies. The heads are squishy. The outfits are pretty outrageous. Some of them have scarves. Some of them have, I don't know, some look like they're going to the beach. I'm not really sure. Some are nude. They got a belly button. The arms, the shoulders, the legs, and the waist are very similar to AI, where it's just you just pop the plug in. There's no rubber band. There's nothing inside, which really makes it nice because they don't get loose. The elbows, the knees, and the elbows, the knees, and the ankles actually have a metal rivet in there. So as cheap as they were, which was 97 cents to start, 97 cents for these bad boys, they still found it good to put a nice rivet in there. And if you think of the Lincoln Monsters or the AI characters, Monsters, Planet of the Apes, the Western series, the pegs were molded into them as plastic. Once they break, you don't have much choice, really. You really kind of drill a hole and put a little screw in there to keep them together if you can at that point. So there you go. There's Biko or the Abominable Snowman. I remember a day when I could name them all the groups right off the top of my head. Those days are long since gone, people. All right, so we've got 2 left. We've got A and B. Let's do B first, okay? What am I seeing? The Yeti Gelatol? What's Gelatol? Oh, Geritol? Snowman Bike Biko hates Dr. Durant. He may. The best Tomlin ever. The best Tomlin ever? Honestly, I would have to tell you it's either the Fly, which is probably the best knockoff representation of the Fly. Honestly, I know guys like that new Mego one. I did not like that, not just because it was new Mego. I just didn't like it. I didn't think it was a great representation, in my opinion. Either that or Yick, the one with the brain hanging out, or the one that's called A-H. He's like got giant hands, giant clawed feet, and he has this snake head. He's very, very cool. Yeah, I know. Don't get crazy. But of course, as you guys know, a good portion of these guys, and we've talked about this before, were modeled after Star Wars. So when Mego was making a very popular toy series or toys, and Star Wars came out, so Tomlin took the best of both worlds. They went to Montgomery Ward's catalog and they said, "Hey, look, we've got the Cantina Kooks or the Barroom Buddies or whatever they are, and these can go with your Star Wars figures. These are 8 inches tall. The Star Wars figures at the time were only 3 3/4, so they'd pretty much be pretty gigantic. but every grandmother that wanted to, keep their grandson happy or whatever was probably buying them for them, mail ordering them. And then eventually they started making figures out of them. So they did do the famous Monster Legends first, which are the best ones. But you've got you've got Koth, who is a Greedo ripoff. You've got Flash, which is Chewbacca ripped off. You have Grand, who's the Darth Vader ripoff. You have Drawl, who is a combination of the Luke Skywalker ripoff with the Pulsar ripoff clothes from Mattel at the time. You've got Wick, he's so close to a sand person, it's ridiculous. Who else we have? We have Zing, who's the C-3PO ripoff. He's kind of cheesy, doesn't really fill, but you get all these characters in there, and they're a lot of fun. All right, there is Mr. Aha Randall Wall. Take on me, Randy Watson. Randy Watson's Sexual Chocolate. Y'all looking so lovely, tell you, so lovely. Everybody's so lovely. Why don't you give yourselves a round of applause? And while you're in the clapping mood, all right, here we go. Let's see what's in here. Randall Wall, I think you're going to like this one because I got a cool Joe knockoff in here somewhere. What is this? I don't even know I know what this is. I got 2 Joe knockoffs, Randall Wall. All right, you're going to like this. So I came across this accidentally while looking one night. I was actually looking at one of Joe Zeta's auction. Wow, this thing is really well wrapped. By the way, on those packages, they're all A+. They did a great job. This guy even saran wrapped it. Like, I don't mean like one wrapping. This thing's got a healthy wrapping. It's saran wrap. But I was looking at Joe Zeta's, one of his auctions, and he had this really cool, he still has it up there, carrying case. And I, unfortunately, cannot afford Joe Zeta's auctions. His shit is, from what I understand, pristine. The guy's got some of the best stuff out there. I love looking at his stuff. I think I bought one thing from Joe ages ago, and I just can't afford it. But something along the same line, if we can get this damn thing. Oh my God, this guy really wrapped it up. I might have to give him an F just for making this take so long to open, even though it's very well protected. So I came across this case. It's the same line. I believe it comes from Germany. It's, I believe, a G.I. Joe knockoff or maybe a Big Jim knockoff, but pretty sure it's G.I. Joe based on the size. Oh, I see what he did. He wrapped in saran wrap around bubble wrap. Okay. Holy shit. Well, it's now 2057. We're still unwrapping the giant saran wrap ball. Holy Christ. This is like a fucking comedy routine. How about, where is that Calliope music? That circus music that we play with that video. It's Lou fucking Melagrana. Where's that video? It's Lou fucking Melagrana. That's who this is. Okay, so hang on. All right, here we go. I thought it was cool. I kind of got a little bit into these action figure cases. I've noticed if you collect Big Jim or G.I. Joe, there's a lot of knockoff cases as well as cases from around the world that we just didn't get here. This is actually it's a very cool case. This is, I believe this is Action Burt, B-U-R-T, Action Burt. And you can see, you could tell this is no Randall Wall job, because when they imprinted, color layer over color layer, it looks really fuzzy. So it wasn't like here, look, check out Expedition. I think it was supposed to be, color laid on top back in the day, coloring vinyl. But this is Action Burt, if I remember, and it looks like it's in German. Commander Forschung. Yeah, this looks like this is in German. It's by a company called Original. Looks like Thea Spielwaren. I can't really pronounce it. I don't speak German. It's one language I never took advantage of, but half of English is German, so it can't be that hard to get. Anyway, it's got a nice handle. And it's got a nice clip. It's not one of those shitty brass clips that came in all the Mego packages back in the day. It's that always broke over time. Oh, there's some shit in here. I think somebody left some stuff in here they weren't supposed to. All right, so we're going to open the case. You're like, wow, that's cool. Big fucking deal. That's right. But there's some extra shit in here. I don't know what this crap is, so let's find out. Maybe this is a bonus prize. Okay, first of all, I've got, I don't know, what the fuck is this? What is this, Boy Scout stuff? Got some kind of, what that is. Is that kind of military bar? Oh, no, wait a minute. There's some shit in here. Hang on. Action Man, Mission Carding, Urban. Well, there's some kind of Action Man card. I didn't realize these are kind of G. Oh, this is Action Man shit. I don't know about this metal thing. I don't think this is Action Man. Here's another one. There's two of those. Here's another Action Man mission card. I might have to send these down to either Gates or Sanchez. I don't know if they're collecting these things. Mission Jet Pilot. These are in... This is in Spanish. Especialidad. These are in Spanish. I don't know. Nice condition. Nice, though. Off registration. Sorry, I'm guessing the entry gate. Lou came across the case. What kind of review am I watching here? Street Racer. These are all Action Man cards, but these are newer ones. And then there's this, I don't know what this is, but what the hell is texting me? Okay, but here we go. But I'm very, very excited to have this case. This is great. When I realize when I'm running out of room with like Joe's and shit, the best thing to do is put them in a case, close it up. There's another one in there, for Christ's sake. Put it in a case, close it up, and out it goes. Now, I'm not sure what, but this kid must have wanted to be really organized, because I could see he wrote number 1, 2, and 3 in the corners there very lightly, which that probably will come off with like hairspray or whatever the hell it is. It takes pen off. Maybe a little cleaner, but there it is. Very nice case. It's an Action Burt case. If anybody has Action Burt, I don't know, but I know Joe Zeta has a really completely different case for Action Burt, which is cool. But Randall Wall, I think this is, and maybe Sanchez and Danny Gates, this is probably where you guys are going to get your biggest Woody today. Woo! I mean Woody from Toy Story. Okay, hang on. Let's see what we have. It is a nice condition. I agree with you, Randall. That's actually a nice condition. It's in really good shape for its age. All right, here we go. We have to take a breath here, because this is going to be one of those that's just amazing. All right, so I didn't get into G.I. Joe collecting, even though I had them as a kid until recently, because it's vast. It goes on forever. It's an endless rabbit hole. However, I saw this vehicle, and I had to get this. Now, you guys remember, maybe I'll go bring it over here. I got that Land Sea Sled Action Man LJN, which made the SWAT figures, which made the Rookies figures. Even put this in. That's an A for packaging. SWAT figures, Rookies figures, the emergency figures from the 70s, from the TV shows. And they also made Mr. Action, who is this larger guy. Now, both of these guys, I think they each have the same broken foot, which is kind of weird. Oh, he has 2 broken feet, and the other guy has 1 broken foot. So I have three feet missing. I have 3 feet off, but 2 here. So I might be able to fix one. So Mr. Action, this rubber-armed guy, and I could see somebody was twisting him, because I don't think human bone is supposed to go that way. But he's stamped on the back, if you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. And he really is. He's really a Fighting Yank knockoff more than the G.I. Joe, but we know the Fighting Yank was a G.I. Joe ripoff in the 12-inch scale. They're 12-inch figures. They're really cheap. Matter of fact, I'll go get you the one on the card so you guys can see. You have to give me a second, but here he is in all his heavenly glory. Interesting. They are 2 different colors, if you will. Looks like it might be fading a little bit. I have to take care of them. But anyway, I showed you guys that blue Land Sea Sled, which is a ripoff of the G.I. Joe Sea Sled. Now, the G.I. Joe one is basically something that could float in water, and he'd lay on it at handles and pull him along. This one that they made by LJN had the same kind of stuff. Mine has some broken parts, but they put treads on it. So it's for the land or the sled. The Fighting Yank original. Yes. Is it? Yeah, I know, Buck. Hold on. Let me get the other one. Hang on. Give me a second. I'm going to grab the one on the card. 1 second. Buck is right. I think Buck is right. I think I'm spreading misinformation. Let me ask Buck. So, Buck, did Fighting Yank? It had the rubber arms, right? He's got the rubber arms. So these are not Mr. Action, because I thought they were. I just looked at it, and I just went and pulled an LJN carded Mr. Action figure, and he looks nothing like that. Matter of fact, his arms aren't even bendable; they're just shitty plastic. He doesn't even have hinged feet. So what it looks like we have as the guy listed it, is we have, I believe, these would be Fighting Yanks. Except I don't know why they don't say Mego on. Oh, they do say Mego. Motherfucker. There it is right there. Mego. Ladies and gentlemen, mislisting. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't really collect Fighting Yank. So, but what we have is 2 Fighting Yank figures. That's what we have with kind of messed up feet and arms, because Mr. Action he's even a worse knockoff figure. That's Mr. Action. He is really, really cheap. There's nothing on the back, but they all kind of did the same kind of skiing, shooting soldier, scuba diving. They all had that same kind of shit. What I love about this one, if you take a look, there's actually a shark over here. It looks like a bull shark coming in there, and I thought that was pretty badass. All right, so this guy, as big as he is, would go, for example, on this land sea sled. These treads do turn. They really work. There's a piece that goes over the top. There was handles that broke off here. The bar over the top. There's a flag and some other stuff you could hook on, like a gun or something, and then he would lay on top and off he would go. But it's very, very cool because it's very, very hard to find. It's very, very knockoff, and they came in what was called the Mr. Action compact sets. So when I found these recently and just fell in love because they're just knockoff city, I came across another vehicle, and the size of them is so small. I don't even know how Mr. Action was supposed to fit in this thing because they're wicked small. So give me a sec, because this guy actually was kind enough to take apart. I hope I can put it back in without breaking it. All right. Because this thing is actually even smaller. Okay, so this is the handle that goes into the LJN Mr. Action Amphicat vehicle. Now, if you remember McKay's G.I. Joe and the Mummy's Tomb, that fucking thing is huge. It's monstrous, and it's a really cool set. This is tiny. This is almost like an 8-inch figure would go in here, but apparently it's made for a 12-inch figure, so it looks like he's riding in a little kid's car, to be honest with you. The graphics inside are actually quite cool. They have very cool stickers. It is very just little plastic. All the wheels work. I'm very excited about that. This I did not know. See the things you learn when you're doing this? So I just did this, and look what happened. The seat goes up, and there's actually a compartment there to store stuff. I did not know that. Okay, that's new to me. So what actually went on the side here, this clip broke a little bit, but there was you put a gun here, like a rifle. There was actually a hook in the back, like a winch, like you'd get with the G.I. Joe ATV set. And I forgot a spotlight went here, like a clip-on light, and then I forgot one went here. A sword went here. So it was like a sword or a knife, a gun, a spotlight, and there was a winch that's missing. And I did see a picture one that was damn near complete. It was wicked, wicked cool. It's a banana buggy. That's correct, Buck. It's a banana buggy. Joe would kick his ass back to Woolworths. Randall, I think Mr. Action didn't even come out of Woolworths. I think he was probably in Jesus. What was cheaper than Woolworths? JJ Newberry's. Okay, so I thought that was really, really cool. So these 2 vehicles, they had 4 sets. They called them the compact kits or compact sets. They had the land sea sled. They had this green buggy or amphibious vehicle. They had basically, it was a gyrocopter. It was like a helicopter. It was a seat and propellers. And then they had what was known as the mobile base tower. And the mobile base tower, and Randall Wall already knows this stuff because he is a huge Joe fan, and so does Sanchez and Gates. But it was their version of the G.I. Joe training tower, which I have in this corner here. That training tower is like 3 feet tall. The mobile base, I think, was about 2 feet. It had wheels on the bottom, and it was the same idea. It just didn't have as much stuff, and it wasn't as cool. But it's very, very hard to find. Bendy tight. Hey, Buck, thank you for clarifying that on those figures. They're absolutely cool. Thank you so much. All right, so now there's some other crap in here. So let's see if these are Mego. I'm guessing these are Mego clothes, because if they're not Mr. Action, they're probably Mego clothes. So the person knew the Mr. Action for the car, but apparently they didn't know for the figure. I'm trying to see if there's any tags. Usually on the 12-inch, I believe even in the 8 and the 12-inch, that Mego tagged all their clothes. Is that correct? You guys, can anybody confirm that Mego actually put in? Because none of these clothes are tagged. We actually have some camos, set. Got another camo pants. I got the 2 feet. Oh, here we go. It would be really cool if this was the actual rifle that came with the thing, but I don't think so. I saw a picture and I'm going to have to take a look. If this was the rifle, I'd be fucking shitting. That could be it. I'm going to go take a look. I don't know. All right, so let's see what we have. We have some, I don't think, are these fighting Yank? These are plastic, what do you call these? I forgot what they call these rifles. I forgot what they're called. They're plastic. These are kind of knockoff ones. There's two of these. These must have come with Fighting Yank, I'm guessing. Mego had tags. All right, so these may be Mr. Action because I don't see anything Mego. This is a very cool rifle, and I'm hoping, I don't think so, but I'm hoping this is the one that came with them. Yes, I remember that, Buck. There were paper tags in them, and then they went to materials. So these, I believe, are based off the Mr. Action series. Because I actually looked up, yeah, this is, well, some of the stuff was so similar, it's sometimes hard to tell. How the hell did this survive? Okay, so here we have a Frogman suit, the yellow stripe on yellow stripes and so on. I don't know how this survived because the GI Joe that I bought in 2002 or whatever it was, the suit literally just deteriorated. I didn't touch it; it was put away. It just deteriorated. All right, so these look like these are genuinely Mr. Action stuff. Would be very, very cool. It'd be great if I could find some of the parts of this thing. Let's see. We also have no tags in these. Now this one has Velcro. Oh, there's a tag in there. Hang on. Okay, so this one says made in China. It's got Velcro. So this must be a newer thing because Mr. Action was down back in the 70s, and those were the days of Hong Kong. This is a later edition something. Got some blue pants. You know, when you start seeing Velcro, you're getting into the 80s, 90s, I think. Well, these are some interesting pants. These are some pretty interesting camos. These look a little more, those don't, but these look a little more modern. The green one, that's a Stony gun. Randall Wall, what's a Stony gun? Is that the type of gun or is that the toy that it came with? I don't know anything about it. I'm not a gun aficionado. These look like these might be newer. These aren't tagged. These are probably like 21st century pants or something like that. Here is a hat. I think these are 21st century. This is actually pretty cool, but it's Velcro. So this is probably newer as well. This looks like it might be some kind of fireman's jacket or something. So what's this Stony gun? Is that the type of gun, Randall? Like a rifle, or is that the brand? There's some more shit in here. There's a whole bunch of parts. Let's see what's in here. Maybe we'll get something good. I don't know. I don't know what the hell these are. What the hell are these? They stack? I have no idea. I have what looks like to be, okay, hold on. This is no way this is old. This is like a ice shoe or something. That's not old. Okay, well, this is, I don't know what this is. I mean, I know what it is. Well, it's turtle. Yertle, there's Yertle the turtle. Wow. Okay, these are some seriously out of scale binoculars. Let's grab one of these Fighting Yank figures and let's see what we have. Let me see. Do you think they're to scale? Holy Christ. You could see Venus with those things. All right, what else do we have? All they really wanted in this lot was the damn vehicle. That's all they wanted. There's Yertle the turtle's little brother. Oh, Mark's Army Man 1/6 gal came with a pile of stuff. Oh, okay. Well, this is a belt and the knife's missing, and I don't see any marks. I'm going to assume it's some cheap knockoff. Could it be like this, Randall? Some of these hats, these are kind of big. Okay. Is this somebody's glasses? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. Like giant glasses. Another ice shoe. This is actually quite cool. This has to be 21st century, so it's a gun, and it looks like it has a spacer to put the clip in. Side clip. Here is. What the hell is this? This does not go to that, does it? I don't know what this is. This has two handles. I don't know what these handles go to, but I am damn sure there's no way they go into this thing. Somebody must have tried to glue these on or something. If these go to this, I'm going to fix this. I don't know if they do. Nah. Is it possible that these handles, because there's handles that are supposed to be on here. I got to go look. If these are the handles, they're getting fixed. That's all I got to say. But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're not. They probably go to something else. Oh, because that's from a different set. That wouldn't be it. Hey, Roger, what's up, man? Stony Belt knockoff. Okay. Canteen case. These look like all knockoff things. I see a cheap ass knife. I mean, the flashing's still on it. Seriously? I see a holy hand grenade. The count shall not be 3 nor 5. Okay. This, I bet, goes with the fire jacket. This is probably like 21st century. I mean, that's a giant axe, I'm guessing. What else do we have? We have a shovel. Okay. This is a shovel. And interesting about the shovel, if you take a look, they actually went to the trouble to put like marks in it like it's used, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, Buck, maybe you can help me identify some of this shit. And then there's like a claw. I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? This is like a baby bottle or some shit. What is that? It's the nipple. And then more hand grenades. So of all this lot, all I wanted was the goddamn green car, and I got it. So I'm very excited for the Amphicat thing, or the buggy, if you will. And so on. Uh-oh, hang on a second. Give me 1 second. ¿Qué pasa? Yeah, that was me. Este yo. ¿Qué hace? Okay. Smoking. Okay. Very smoking. All right, so I was very excited to get this. So I have 2 of the 4 sets, the 2 of the 4 pieces for this set. I got to go see if I can find the knockoff rifle, ninja climbing shoe. Very good. Buck, I think I'm going to have some extra stuff to send you away. I know you like a lot of this shit. So, Buck, I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to go through. And looks like we'll be sending some shit your way. So that's really what I wanted to get to tonight more than anything else. I love this thing. It's such a fucking cool knockoff. I mean, seriously, some badass shit. The wheels are spinning. Nada. So te mira. Okay. All right. Very, very cool. Solid plastic, just like Johnny West. You could throw it through. No, this no. This is actually, well, it's solid, but you can feel like it's got that kind of, you know, Randall, when plastic starts to get old and starts to feel a little like, starts to get like fragile, like it's, I don't know, porcelain or something, kind of like that. It gets like that crazy shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, Buck, I do have some stuff to send you. I do. I have a bunch of stuff. So do you want the knockoff stuff too, Buck, or no? You don't want any of that shit? I just need to figure out if any of these guns are whatever. So this is a Marks dude, Randall, you're telling me? Oh, you're saying he's solid plastic just like Johnny West. You mean, okay, so you mean the Marks figure known as Stony, Mark's Army Man. Wait, wow, okay. I know. You know what's really funny about this? It said the same thing, Randall. It looks bigger in the picture. It's tiny. I love the fact that it's got this little hinged area you can put shit in. I think that's cool. But yeah, it's really Action Jackson size. Matter of fact, this is smaller than the Irwin buggy. If you guys have ever seen the yellow Amphicat, the blow mold one from Irwin that's marketed for 8 to 11.5 inch action figures, which is, there's no way G.I. Joe could fit in there. That it's smaller than that, but it's nice because it'll fit on the shelf easier. As a matter of fact, it's, wow. Is it even smaller than this? Jesus Christ, they're like the same size. But I think these may have been, I'm not sure, but I get the feeling those were probably mostly mail order stuff. Maybe you could buy them in the store. Is there anybody ever saw those in the store? I unfortunately had left, you know, in the 70s for a while, and I didn't get to see all the stuff you guys got to see. But solid nylon. Okay, Stony, solid. Yeah, okay. So if anybody collects the Mark Stoney stuff, give me a shout. Maybe we can do some trading or some hookup. Oh, fuck it. Hey, Buck, you want me to send you a buggy? You bastard. So, you know, you guys know those Irwin buggies. There was more than one box of them. There was the box that was, they had the box that was just black and white. They had a different box that was black and white. They had the box with the color on it on one side too. They're very, very cool. Yeah, I agree, Randall. They are very, very small for them. Not very cool. Not very cool. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool for tonight. I thought that was a lot of fun. Wow, I see more people are actually on the YouTube page today than the Migo Like page, which is interesting because I usually see the opposite. So that's really cool. Very excited to see that. Okay, so let's put some shit away. Does anybody have any questions? Who makes the green one? This one? This? The buggy? It's LJN. This is actually LJN Mr. Action. Here, let me throw you up what the article looks like because I was actually going to put this on a page for you guys. Give me a sec. I'll show you. I accidentally closed it. 1 sec. I'll show you. I found there's a guy who had an article. There's actually a guy who did a really great page on it. He's it was like a knockoff GI Joe page. He wrote about it. Give me 1 sec. What's his name? I'm trying to think of. Here it is. Ed Tucker, False Memories of GI Joe by Ed Tucker. So let me show you. Let me share this page with you so you guys can see it. Let's share the screen. Pick a Chrome tab. I found this and I instantly fell in love with this thing. It's so freaking cool. All right. Let me show this to you. So this is False Memories. It's crazedfanboy.com/spotlight/GI Joe knockoffs.html. False Memories of GI Joe by Ed Tucker. And he goes on to talk about GI Joe and knockoffs and how everybody was copying and so on. And there's Fighting Yank. Buck, thank you for clarifying that. You know, I said to myself today, I was like, or when I saw that originally, I'm like, wow, those figures look a lot like Fighting Yank. I guess they ripped them off. I did not realize they were Fighting Yanks. I've never had one in my possession. Talks about Migo a little bit. Talks about LJN's Mr. Action. These are very cool. These jungle stations and so on. These are actually play sets. I don't know if you guys can see, but on the left over here, this thing, they actually made a play set of figures, and then you open the box, and they basically did an early version of, not an early version, they did a cheap version of what Randall Wall does today on a really expensive scale, as far as, I mean, talent, not as far as cost, is that they had these like fold out, like little, command centers that came in there, and they are wicked expensive. I mean, it's not even that big. They're wicked expensive. But here's the set. I know it's probably hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I can zoom in. Let's go try and zoom in. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. No, I probably can't. All right, hang on. So let's see if we can do so what I have to do is I have to take the chat out for a second. So give me a second on the chat overlay. All right, let's do this. So inside here, there's this picture over here, Action Compact Sets. And if you look on the bottom left, there's the ATV. You can see how big he is inside of that thing. And then this one's actually very, very like dark green. I don't know if it's a prototype, but there's a winch in the back you can't see. There's a gun, there's a spotlight, and so on. Then you can see the C sled directly to the right of it. It's blue. It's got that little kind of overbar. And that's a direct ripoff of the G.I. Joe C sled, which is a very cool toy. But this one, actually, they put tracks on it. That was cool. Had a flag in the back. There's the copter, which is kind of the gyrocopter. He just kind of sits in it. It's like a, what do you call those things? Like a whirly bird or whatever. Just like I guess a gyrocopter. I forget what they call those things. And then there's this mobile command base. I know this is really small and hard to see, but you can check it out on, I'll put the link up if you guys want to check it out on your own. It's very, very, very cool. Let's do this. Let's edit, and let's do this. You want to see it. I dropped the link right there. Maybe I drop it in the chat for you guys. I'll try. Okay, so I drop it in the chat as well. So it's very, very cool. That mobile command base is wicked cool. It looks like it's about 2 feet tall to me. Maybe it's a little bit taller. This guy goes on, and you can see it all the way down here in the bottom right-hand corner too. I think that's the same one. Yeah, that's the same one in the bottom right-hand corner. It's a really cheap version of the G.I. Joe. I'm sure it's much more fragile. It's got the wheels, but just so fucking cool. If you're into knockoffs, this shit is really cool. I love this shit. I think it's really neat. Just kind of my thing there, but so be it. But yeah, that's kind of that bad boy right there. A lot of fun. A lot of good stuff in there, if you will. And so on. But yeah, that's kind of it for today. That's all I really had to go over. Oh, there's Gilbert Rodriguez. Thanks, you. I always thought my plastic rhino was from a G.I. Joe as a kid. Come to find out he wasn't. Oh, you're talking about the grayish tan one, Gilbert? The Big Jim one? We could take a walk. I think I know which one you want. Let's take a little walk. You have to excuse the mess a little bit. We actually were remodeling in here. Do you mean those? Those right there? These bad boys. These rhinoceros. Yeah, those are very, very cool. I love them. I'm building a safari. David Eon sent me a lion from the Mark set, and I was very, very excited for that. And of course, we've got the Big Jim gorillas, the alligator, crocodile, and so on. And then for those of you who are really into the GI Joe stuff, Randall, I think you saw these. I don't know if you did, but these right here, these came from 21st Century Toys. They're like Tasmanian pygmies. They're wicked cool. So yeah, we got all kinds of shit going on. I think I like those. I think I like those mummy cases too much. I don't have any of the jewels for them though. Working on that. Wards or Sears. Yeah, Buck, you're right. So Montgomery Wards and Sears had a lot of the best accessory sets and the mail order stuff. And give you an example of something that was not sold in stores, but was actually done. I've shown this before, but I'll show you guys again. Where is it? He's here. The server's probably all going to fall down. You know, I have to say I was like arranging some of these Action Jacksons and some of the knockoffs and shit. And these bodies by David Lee and Jason for the Castaway toys, they're solid. They have weight. They don't fall over. They're fantastic. They really like those are going to fall. But this guy, this was a mail order. Big Bill. He is a knockoff in the original mailer box. Just says Big Bill. Not even you know who has him in that condition. That's right. The Scallion himself does not. The corduroy pony, but he doesn't even have that condition. And I got that for $8 on eBay. No photograph, just an 8-inch action figure in white mailer box. It's all right. $8, I'll buy it. That was in '98, I think. And that's one I probably will never sell until I'm dead. You know, I actually was approached by the corduroy pony years ago. Whatever I wanted for it, he would pay me. And I said, nope. If you want it that bad, I think I'll keep it. Glad I did. Oh, let's see. Yep. Okay. So you were talking about that. Getting and I still have my. What's FP Gorilla? What's FP? FP. What am I missing? It's not Big Jim. It's not GI Joe. What's FP Gorilla? Oh, Fisher Price Gorilla. Oh, from the Adventure People. From the Adventure People, the Fisher Price Gorilla. Yes. I do remember the Fisher Price Gorilla, if you will. I do remember that. Yep. I do remember that. That was wow. My first and only Adventure People set was the Jungle Safari set with the car and the trailer, and I got that for Christmas 1976, I think it was. We were in a hotel waiting to go to Italy, and we had to live in a hotel for a couple of weeks while they're moving shit out of the house. Thomas Sawyer, what do you say? Any chance? Let me get rid of this graphic. Any chance you have Mego playset putting one together now, and the shit keeps on? Oh no, I don't have any Mego Planet of the Apes playsets. I got rid of them all. Even the ones from FTC, I got rid of them. The playsets I have today, the only Mego size playsets I have today are the one you see behind me, the engineering playset made by David Gunn and the Bee Gees, the brothers Gunn, and the Toy Room of Solitude over there that David Gunn also built with the help of Buck, Professor Lou, and his arch enemy, the pool shark, if you will. Those are good shit. Those are great. But that's it for Mego playsets, I believe. I don't think I have any others. I kind of get rid of them all, Thomas. But I'm sure there's people. Just put a post up in Mego like. I'm sure there's somebody out there who has parts for you, bro. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are getting rid of stuff and trading stuff and so on. Let me find here. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek because I'm not done yet with it, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. So I'll give you a little sneak peek on this page. This is probably, other than the page that Heath built for the A-High Monsters, this is probably one of the most involved long pages I've ever built. This is for the Tomlin Monsters. This goes on. Here's where they were packaged for Star Wars. If you guys can see that, I think you guys can see that. Let me pull the chat off for a second. I can kind of see that. And And so, yes, we're here. Monsters. There's the comic book. Sorry, the coloring book that they took these colored artwork from. They all came out of that. They stole them. These 1, 2, not the glow-in-the-dark ones, the non-glow-in-the-darks. The glow-in-the-dark ones were modified off of the ones that they did take from the comic book, but the ones that are not glow-in-the-dark are very, very, very stolen from the comic book. I'm putting them all in here. Then we have the Star Raiders. We're putting those together. Then, of course, we have the Star Raiders glow-in-the-dark. We're putting those together. Funny, I have a lot of rare ones. I don't have the regular ones, so I got to take some pictures. Creatures from Other Worlds. There's only 4 of those. There's the Star Command, which I'm putting these together. I'm not finished with that. And then, of course, the Guerrieri Galattici, which is the Star Warriors from Italy, if you will. You guys know this, but on the original Star Raider cards, there were only there. So these are the famous Monsters of Legends with Dracula and so. The Star Raiders card originally, do I have it? There were only 12 Star Raiders, 3 across and 4 down. They were missing Drawl, which is the Luke Skywalker knockoff, Yik, which is the one with the brain, which is the snake, and Flash, which is the Chewbacca one. And the reason is those did not come out in the first series. Those came out later. And if you look at this Italian card, and I'll be posting this hopefully tonight. It won't be complete, but it'll be tonight. I'm sorry, it was Drawl. I'm sorry, Drawl, Rot, Yik, and did I do that right? Drawl, Rot, Yik, and and make sure I got this right. Make sure I don't want to Drawl, Rot, Yik. Yeah, Drawl, Rot, Yik, and Flash was on the original one. So they came up with 4 new characters. They were Rot, Yik, actually the 4 all the way on the left, on the far right. Sorry, on the far right, Drawl, Rot, Yik, and And they came out later. And that's why when you find Italian cards, I've never seen an Italian card with anything other than 16 characters on the back. They've always been 16, but in the American ones, or the ones here, you can find them with 12. You can also find them with 16 as far as I remember. So that's just something I'm working on right now. That's a lot of fun once I get that done. That's one of the most involved pages. It's probably one of my favorites, the one I probably spend the most time with on all of that. So that's kind of that there. All right, what did I miss? Did I miss anybody's? And Jizz, Yuck, and Oomph. Buck, you are so correct. Jizz, Yuck, and Oomph. Those are the very latest edition. That was after what's his name? Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell's his name? Oh God, I can't even think of his name right now. We'll just say the disgusting porn guy took the company over. I can't think of his name right now. Is that a Madelman Deep Sea Diver? Yes. No, that's not a Madelman Deep Sea Diver. That is a Marks. That is an M toy. I have 2 M toys, a Marks and a red box. The one that's by itself in the plastic case, that's a blue box. So I have 1 red box, one of the 3 variations, a blue box, and the difference mainly was the color of some of the accessories. Then I have M toy, which have I think the best artwork of all of them. M toy makes the best artwork, and then I have a little Marks one, if you will. I don't have the Madelman Sea. Oh, actually, I do have a Madelman Deep Sea Diver. Where did you see that? You might have seen. Hold on, you may have seen it. Hang on, I think I do have one, Randy. It's a very, very, very good question. If you're talking about the one up top, oh yes, I do. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about these right here. Where are they? Right there. So if you look, this is red box. This is M toy, Marks, and that's a blue box. I actually have 2 of the M toys. They're so rare and so hard to find. But I think you may have seen this. Did you see this? That's the Madelman Deep Sea Diver. But this is not the old one, Randall. This is from like the 90s or something. So it was like the later edition because it's got a URL on it, maybe 2000. But yeah, they made some really cool stuff. These guys are. Madelman's like a really cool version of a miniature G.I. Joe, if you will. I have a couple others. This one actually, I'm gonna pull this one out because this one I got from Buck and I love it. And Buck knows that I love like any kind of action figure that comes with like some kind of companion, like a shark or this guy comes with a little monkey, dog, anything like that. I don't know why. I just think they're really cool. And for those of you who haven't seen, you can find on my Amigo like here the Toy Room of Solitude, by the way, for those of you guys who haven't seen it. Where is it? Right there. That is my actual basement. That's what it looked like before I made some modifications. And David Gunn and his brothers put that playset together for me personally. Action figures, custom design by J.S. Starbuck or John Shipper himself. How about that? So yeah, so I'm sorry, Randall. I do have one of those. I did not realize that's what it was. I forgot all about that. So yeah, so that's what we're dealing with today. And as you can see, we're still fixing shit up, trying to get it back to a better place and get things a little more organized. But that's all I have for today. Hope you guys, your collections are coming along great. I got a bunch of more stuff coming in. A lot of fun stuff out there that I've been looking at and really, really, really having fun digging up and so on. I have some more Tomlins coming in, if I remember correctly. Did they all come in already? I think I do. Some stuff coming in from overseas, so you guys can see that too. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say shipper or skipper? What did I say? I don't know. Buck, I'm just calling you Buck. 25 years of calling you Buck. I'm calling you Buck. I need the Monster Lab. Randall, I do need the Monster Lab, but I have some over here. Are you talking about this one? Hold on. I have the Frankenstein. This is stuff from Randall Wall, if you guys want to see it. This one, right? The Frankenstein Monster Lab. I have the Batman, and I have the Star Trek. I have 3 of them. I absolutely have 3 of them, and I think they're wicked awesome. I love them to death. I'll show them up here because Randall's on and give him some props. If you haven't gotten any of Randall's stuff, my suggestion is you contact him. Star Trek one and the Batman one. The reason I don't leave him out, Randall, is I don't want to get all dusty and shitty. I am a Michael Jackson impersonator. I'm a Michael Jackson. No, I'm not a Michael Jackson impersonator. I don't even look like Michael Jackson. I do remember a really funny thing one time, though. Ray Castile was doing a video a couple of years ago, and he did this. He went out in public with a hat and sunglasses, and he was walking through a place doing a video. I don't know if it was live, but I remember he was telling the story of this kid came up and asked him if he was Michael Jackson. They thought Ray was Michael Jackson. Ay. What's the rubber bendy type? What did I miss? What? Oh, the monkey that's in there, Buck? The monkey that's in with the middleman guy? Is that what you were saying? Oh, I don't know. That's what I have for today. So if you guys are on YouTube, you can like it, you can subscribe to it, you can have fun. I do a lot of stupid ass little videos here and there, as you guys probably know. And definitely very cool. Our Migo-like room is like up to like 670 people. And I know that doesn't seem like a tremendous amount. It's a lot. It really a lot. And the advertise the room. I mean, people go out and invite their friends. That's one thing. But we're not advertising, selling toys, and stuff like that. And I always find it fascinating. I've seen comments from some people. It's like, oh, well, we have like 4,000 people. I'm like, you are selling toys. You have a bunch of guys in there that are kissing ass to get free toys. So yeah, we just do this. It's like it's just our own little group and nobody bothers anybody and it's fun. And we actually really like it. So anyway, that's just kind of that. So yes, congratulations, 670 people. That's actually very cool. And really all quality people. We really are. We have a lot of fun in here. Everybody posts so much stuff. I look at all these cool things. We've got everything from Migos to Batman stuff. We've got Ultraman. I mean, you name it, the shit's in here. Is there anything? Look, I just look at it. I just saw a picture from Randall Wall, the 3D photo. I don't know how you do that, Randall, with the guys in the vehicles. It says action team on, just fucking cool shit. Max just posts all the shadow stuff. So hopefully what Max and I talked about, and hopefully I think we talked about it. Hopefully we are, is Max is going to hopefully get me some of his shadow action figures so you can put a page up for that. Let Max write up the bio. I still have to finish the one from Tony Schwally. Oh my God. Tony sent me all this information. I got to get it all together and put it together so we can get up a page on there for the gem stuff that he has. He's got like probably a damn near complete collection, which is pretty cool. We are a hate group for truth. Well, so be it. That's okay. Halloween Live. Oh, Tom, sorry. Great stuff though. Halloween Live was fun. Like to see another for Christmas. Thomas Sawyer, that's going to be your Christmas gift. We're going to give you a live for Christmas. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That would be nice to do. I'd like to do that. Head Frankenstein. Lou, I can't believe some of this shit over here. So yes, we will do a Christmas one. Yes, we should all hail the lick. We're not really a hate group. People just don't like that we, speak criticism, and some people don't like that, and that's okay. They don't have to like it. It's fine. If that's what floats their boat, so be it. Live and let live. You sent me tons of stuff for the PP page. Oh my God, Buck, I have it. So Buck does Felonious Fabrications. I have figures up here. He sent me so much shit, pictures that I have to put together. I can't even keep up. Buck, I have stacks and stacks and stacks of shit. And sometimes I look and go, I'm so far behind. Sometimes I feel like I'm starting new. So here's a true story. In 1978, we were living in Turin, Italy, and they had an article in the newspaper. The Italian mail was so slow. How slow was it? No, I mean, it was legitimately slow. It was so slow that they got so far behind that they had an article. They decided just not to deliver it. They just took the mail out back and they burned it. They burned every fucking letter. They threw it in a pile and they burned it because they couldn't keep up. Yes. We will have a Christmas show. We are not a hate group. We're a very nice group of people. Unfortunately, some people don't like it. What am I looking at here? I'm trying to catch up on comments. And Thomas, thank you for the nice comments. It's really a combination of everybody in there. I could never do that on my own. You guys, everybody in there was a lot of fun. It's nice to have people coming and commenting. It's nice you guys all doing your thing. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I am a Randy Watson impersonator. Yes, I am. I am a Randy Watson impersonator. I will Santa. Oh, Max will. Yeah. Max will dress as Santa. He does that for the kids. He's a really good guy. Max has really got a good heart. He goes out and does stuff for kids like that, and he doesn't make any money for it or anything. It's just a really, really nice thing to do. Randall, by the way, are these go to that Stony guy? These big ass hand grenades? Because I can't tell. They kind of look like, maybe not. Yeah, they look like the same. They look like the same color plastic, and they're hard ass nylon, man. So I'm guessing maybe these are too. I'm guessing they are. I got to go sort that out and see if I can hook some people up with some stuff. Anyway, so it's been, holy shit, it's been over an hour. It's probably an hour of your life you'll never get back. Very excited to get the Mr. Action ATV. That's right, Mr. Action ATV. The pink polka dot pony and pearl clutcher. Oh my God, you guys are fucking nuts. Anyway, let's talk toys, okay? All right. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Hope you guys had a really enjoyable time. Hope you had fun. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for joining. Oh, Jesus. Don't even fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, it's going to go south so quick. So I'm going to kill this. You guys are awesome. Love having you guys come in. You guys are really funny. You keep my days bright. How's that? You guys are a great bunch of guys. All right. Peace, bitches. Have a good night. Peace.